and you want to talk about the future, you look at what's happening with AEW. I'm a big fan of AEW. I love what they're doing in terms of the in-ring product. I know sometimes they get a little bit of a bad reputation of their storylines as well as the management or mismanagement by Tony Khan, but I would be remiss to not talk about the contract status of a few of their stars. Number one, reports are saying that the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon, and Ray Phoenix are looking to allow their contracts to expire with All Elite Wrestling and pursuing a career in the WWE. Now, again, these are just reports. Nothing's concrete. I'm just talking strictly with you guys as fans. But if these reports are to be believed, it's also said they want to be a package deal, that they want to go together and they don't want to go to NXT, right? Imagining the potential of seeing the Lucha Brothers against the likes of like DIY, against the likes of the Street Profits, perhaps even a reunion of the Usos. So many names that they could be combating against. Will it happen? I don't know. That's yet to be seen. But when I look at the Lucha Brothers, these guys were like the main pillars of those early days in All Elite Wrestling. They were the tag team division along the likes of like the Young Bucks, and if you remember SCU, Scorpion Sky, Frankie Kazarian, and Chris Daniels. What happened to the Lucha Brothers? These guys were consistently provided on television, having great matches, and somewhere along the line, I don't want to say they fell off, but somewhere along the line, I don't feel like they got as many opportunities to present their tag team expertise as much as they did before. They were always involved in these trios matches, these multi-man matches. There was a time being when they were trying to get Ray Phoenix and Pentagon pushed as single stars on their own. But I've always loved them as a tag team. The chemistry between those two is second to none. And to see the way that they began to fizzle out of AEW's tag team ranks, and AEW was prided with having one of the best tag team divisions in wrestling for quite some time. And somewhere along the line, I just feel like that's kind of changed. If Lucha Brothers were to show up in the WWE, that would be a huge get for them. Because you're already talking about a company that has gained the services of individuals like Julia, of like a Stephanie Baquer. You're talking about regaining the services of an Andrade. And then on top of that, there's the potential of the Motor City Machine Guns, a tag team from TNA, jumping over the WWE, and now the Lucha Brothers. Astronomical. Huge. Like that's an understatement. And that's not even the only star that reportedly, again, I use the word reportedly because, I mean, what do we know? We're just fans watching a product. That Ricky Starks, another AEW star, could be jumping over to the WWE. Now, everyone knows he's good buddies with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I don't know if you heard of him. Does it make sense? Yeah. Because Ricky Starks is another one of those guys who had so much potential. He had great programs with the CM Punk, with the Bryan Danielson, just to name some off the top of my head. And then you look at what he was able to do with Team Taz, Hobbs. And then, most recently, he was a tag team champion with Big Bill. And following that championship loss to Sting and Darby Allin, back in the spring of this year, following that, what really did they do with him? It's been quite some time since we've seen Ricky Starks. And he's a star in the making. He has the look, he has the charisma, he has the in-ring talent. I do think, obviously, there are some things that he can hone in on and, learn a new hold, as they say. But the potential's there. And there's a lot of times that AEW will claim that, oh, this star is a star in the making. He's the future. Well, a lot of times, sometimes you have to just capitalize on it. And Ricky Starks is another one of those guys that I feel like got lost in the shuffle. And seeing guys like the Lucha Brothers and Ricky Starks potentially jump over to the WWE, it really got me reminiscing about the Monday Night Wars. You look at how WCW and the WWF at that time were competing against one another. It was an arms race. It was a race for talent. The side of WCW had gotten well-established names from the WWF. Guys like a Hulk Hogan. Guys like a Randy Savage. Warrior, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, just to name a few, Roddy Piper. And the WWE was losing their top value guys. But in return, those top value guys were taking the top spots in WCW, so it led to guys like a Steve Austin, like a Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, to jump over to the WWE, looking for new opportunities, and becoming the talents and the legends that we know today. Doesn't it sound eerily similar to how AEW acquired the services Chris Jericho, Bryan Danielson, just to name a few, Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, established veterans from the WWE. And in return, the WWE has gotten some of their younger guys. Jade Cargill, Ethan Page, Lexis King. I would argue Cody Rhodes, but he was already a WWE guy. So there's that. And they're trying. I won't say they've made them stars, because guys like Jade Cargill, I think, is already a star. Ethan Page is the current NXT champion. I'm still kind of iffy on him, as a character and as a wrestler, solid. But this run as the NXT champion, I don't know. Maybe it's a hot take, but it's giving me that JBL 2005 vibes. And I thought JBL was great in that role. But I don't want to treat Ethan Page like he's a huge commodity, like a huge signing. No, he's doing great. He's doing great. And then you have like Alexis King, who's a great mid-card talent. I hope they do something with him. But we'll see. Only time will tell. But you look at also the WWE and how this is a time in the WWE where we've seen them get so many talents via free agency. We haven't even seen the likes of Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, start wrestling there. The Motor City Machine Guns, pretty soon are going to be showing up somewhere. We don't know where, but rumors are pointing to the WWE. And then you look at them signing Jacob Fatu, regaining the services of like Andrade. WWE right now is on fire when it comes to signing all these stars. And I would hate to see AEW lose the talent, but I'm very much interested to see how the WWE implements it into their daily programming and where they place them in the rankings and the storylines. Everyone's making fun of them because they're like, oh, are they going to throw the Lucha Brothers in the LWO? I hope not. I hope the Lucha Brothers are their own thing if they are going to WWE. Ricky Starks, I do see him succeeding in NXT, though. I think he'd be great for them. I could certainly see him be an NXT champion. Maybe a North American champion to start, but certainly as an NXT champion at one point. So we can go up to the main roster, have a run at the mid-card titles. Is he going to win the World Championship? I don't know. If you ask me right now, probably not. Probably not. But that's not to say he won't have a great career in WWE. Not to say that at all.